Yeah, I mean that's tough to swallow, right? I mean, I think plenty of times throughout the season, there's calls that go against you or go for you, or they miss or they didn't. But obviously, in a situation like that, where it seemed like everybody in the world saw it, it's tough. It's tough. No, it didn't. It didn't. After that, listen, you're going to play ball, just like you would throughout the season when something like that might happen, or a call goes your way or it doesn't. You're on to the next play, right? You can't let it bother you. So it had no bearing on overtime, at least not for me. That's exactly what happened. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Thought we had a chance to go down and get points, get a touchdown, win the game. Yeah. Listen, we love the Who Dat Nation. We love the city of New Orleans. We love being able to play for them, because that's what we do. We play for them. They provide such an unbelievable atmosphere here within the dome, and this dome symbolizes a lot more than just football, and there's a great connection there. So we love our fans. Man, they were awesome today. They've been awesome ever since I've been here. Best fans in professional sports. Yeah. Yeah. Listen, it has to drive you. It has to drive you. If you dive into this game some more, listen, there was plenty of, I felt like, opportunities for us offensively that we didn't take advantage of. I mean, listen, it was a hard-fought game on both sides. Credit to them. They're a great team. They're great staff. And so we knew this was going to be a battle. We knew it was going to come down to the wire. Felt like there were some more plays that we could have made. So regardless of a call or no call or what, I felt like there were other opportunities for us that I wish we could have taken advantage of. Well, I mean, listen, they're a great pass rush team, so they're gonna get after you at times, and you just want to be able to avoid negative plays, right? Get the ball out, get completions, positive plays, move the ball, move the chains. Unfortunately, the getting your arm hit and ball flying up in the air, that's a tough way to give the ball back to them there in overtime. Yeah. You feel like it's like that was something out of your control, right? And yet, again, I like to focus on the things I can control. And so there was plenty of things as, I rehearsed the game in my mind that, man, could have kept the drive alive here, could have got points here, whatever it might be. There's always those moments after a game, win or lose, where you felt like there were some opportunities, but, in a game like this, every one of those would have counted. Yeah. It's not like we were inside the 5, and, it was obviously putting together good drives, getting points, which was good. I think after getting the turnover, I think we were just 3 plays and kicked the field goal. Obviously, we would have liked to get something going there and gotten closer and potentially gotten a touchdown. But, credit to their defense. And that's a good question. There's nothing we can do about it. So it's unfortunate. Well, again, I got to focus on my job and focus on the things that I can control. And so, when something like that happens, it's on to the next play. Defense is going out there trying to stop them, and obviously now the game's in overtime, and it's all right. We get the ball. Let's go down and do something with it. No, I mean, listen, it was back and forth. It wasn't. I never felt like it was. Obviously we jump out 13-0, and so we've got the momentum at that point, and then it was hard fought after that. Hard fought, back and forth.
And as Jeff said, losing on the Minnesota Miracle and then a Miracle no call if you're the Los Angeles Rams, both affecting Brees. It's not how you start. He was money through the first three, but in the fourth, he was harassed, obviously, through the pick that set up the field goal that put the Rams in the Super Bowl. You called Sean Payton about, and that's an eye-popping statement in and of itself. We'll be with you till 7:30 Eastern. Everybody's going to have an opinion and weigh on this, but you played in the league. Take us sort of inside the play to tell us what you see.
Well, right now, and I was talking to Jeff on the side about this, everybody is panicking on the defense because of this right here. It's 3rd and 10. You understand how big of a play that it is. You're going to get what's called the spot route. They're going to run Michael Thomas here on the inside. You're going to have your tight end run up into the post corner, and then we're going to have the back in the backfield, who is actually a wide receiver. He's going to get outside on the wheel. Now, here's when you know you have trouble. When these two dudes are talking before the play and looking at each other, we have an issue. The problem is this. They're in man-to-man. Roby Coleman is supposed to be here on the wide receiver who is in the backfield, and we're supposed to get Littleton on the outside against Kamara, but they're lined up differently because Kamara is now at the X receiver, and you have Lewis in the backfield. So let's let the play run. We'll see it play out. So it plays out. Roby Coleman is going to run over the top. It's right here that Roby Coleman has decided. He has decided, right, with Drew Brees with the ball in his hand, that he can't make a play on the ball. He can't look back. This is called out of phase. He's not close enough to make a play by looking at Drew Brees. So he understands right now, I'm going to take an angle and I'm going to try to run through Lewis on the sideline here. As we see the play out, they throw him the ball. He's hit before it happens. When something like that happens, you know you're wrong. See this look?
Yeah, he nervous right there.
This look right here?
He nervous.
I'm caught. This posture, the T-Rex, right? When your arms get like this, the T-Rex, that's like, oh, what I do, right? And so if you let it play, we'll now watch it from the other angle of Sean Payton getting at the referees because he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be that mad. And we saw this anger turn into emotion in the post-game press conference because he understood how pivotal that one moment was, but also how hard it is to get to this game and especially get to the next. And that play, that pass interference, took it away from them.
Think about the last 2 years for the Saints, the way they end, right? Minnesota Miracle, right?
Point. I didn't think about that.
I didn't either.
And now this, right?
Wow.
Like, think about the devastation. And RC was talking about before we went to break, how painful the finality of this season and this game is. There is nothing more emotional for a player than when it ends. Because you come in this game, you think, we're going to play this thing till we hoist the trophy. We're all going to run out together. It's going to be incredible. And then you lose, and tomorrow, dudes are gone. Yeah. They're never coming back to New Orleans, right? There are guys on this team, 33% attrition rate in the NFL. That means your team turns over every 3 years. Them guys are gone. Everybody will know Drew Brees. They'll know all kinds of names, right? It's the other guys that aren't the nucleus who are gone, who put in everything they could, and they lose on this call, right? I mean, it is a brutal way for a season to end. I think that's the part that got Sean Payton. And when he said it, he said, listen, next year, even if you win it next year, that's not the guys, man.
And it doesn't repair it, right?
That's right.
Next year is not a Band-Aid for this year.
That's right.
Like you'll win it and you'll be excited that you win it and you'll be in the moment, but you're never, when they sitting around and they go back to, if they win it next year, if they go back to the 10-year reunion, they're going to talk about the fact that they should have been at a reunion the year before.
That's right.
Because they should have went back to back.
Preach that.
True. So again, the Rams are now moving on to the Super Bowl. Controversy at the game notwithstanding, it is LA going back to the
Just getting off the phone with the league office. They blew the call, and man, there were a lot of opportunities though, but that call puts it 1st and 10. We're on an E3 plays, and it's a game-changing call. Just too much at stake. And it's a hard job for those guys because it's happening fast, but I don't know if there was ever a more obvious pass interference call that, here it is, the NFC Championship game. So tough one to swallow. Listen, it's tough to get over it. My problem with it was I just don't know if we were playing pickup football in the backyard, the team that committed the foul. I mean, it was as obvious a call, and how two guys can look at that and come up and arrive with their decision. And it happened though, so you can't dwell on it. We probably never get over it. The truth is, you always some of these losses like this, but one like that, it's too bad.
Again, a tough loss, and whether you are a Rams fan or whomever, you can understand how the Saints coaches, players feel in that moment, because that is a tough play to swallow, because that's how your season ended. Now, again, let's reiterate what would have happened if the pass interference call had been called properly, or as Jeff said, even helmet-to-helmet contact there. First and goal at the 6-yard line. The Rams had one timeout at the time. The clock was 1:45. So if you're the Saints, you run it 3 times. Rams forced to call a timeout, and you kick the field goal at the very least. So how much time do you have remaining? But without the penalty and the incompletion, it was 4th and 10. So they kick it from the 13-yard line. They take the lead, but the Rams had 1:41 left with a timeout. Time for them to go down, kick the game-time field goal, go to OT, and it's the Rams moving on to the Super Bowl. We've heard